My name is Samantha Tucker, and today I'm going to teach you all about study habits. And this down here is just an outline so that if I'm looking at it, just to make sure I stay on track. I know most people that are seeing this video are in school of some sort, whether it be college or grade school, and this can help. Because no matter how old you are or what grade you're in, a new study habit can come in handy. And I'd like to start out with my discussion with some basic study habits that most people already know. You have to read in the textbook, you have to listen to the teacher, you have to do your assignments, and you have to take good notes. And there's more to it than that. You can't just stick with those basics. Like, taking notes and taking good notes, they're two different things. Taking notes, they're not very organized. You don't rewrite them, you just scribble down what the teacher says. They could be scribbles, they could be disorganized, it could be hard to follow. Good notes, they're organized. You can find a good piece of information. You keep expanding on your ideas. And it's a difference and it helps with studying. Another really good one is to do daily reviews. And if you don't have anyone to talk to, such as a teacher, you can talk to an empty room because it does help just to bounce ideas off the wall because it does prioritize your mind. Or you can talk to a family member or a neighbor or anyone else, because it does help to actually talk about that out loud. Being involved within a classroom is another really good study habit because if you're in the back of the room and you're half asleep, you're not going to know what was discussed even if you get the notes from someone who takes good notes. And it's different because you can't just do that. You actually have to pay attention. You have to be there within the classroom. You have to participate. You have to ask the questions. And it's another big study habit. So, and you can find all of those and more, and they kind of expand on it, probably a little more than I did, at the Tips for Effective Study at the College of DuPage website. And I'm going to put the link up here with my video. It's going to be down in the info section. But there are even more to it than that. More study habits than that. And they kind of go hand in hand, but using time wisely and being responsible for your work, they go hand in hand. Because you don't want to wait till the last minute to do an assignment. You want to actually have time to do it. That's why teachers say to study for a test, not cram for a test. Because you got to take responsibility for your work and responsibility for your assignments to put in the extra time. And it goes hand in hand. You have to use your time wisely to get that done efficiently. And that leads me into finding a good place to study. Because there are some places that aren't very good to study. Studying with friends can be very distracting. But some people do it better that way. Others prefer seclusion and being in a quiet environment. And that's why libraries are really good places to study because it has that quiet environment, that studying environment. And it just depends on the time of day and who you are because some people do their best work in the morning and some people do their best work at night. And others don't do their best work until some other time, whether it be midday or midnight. It just depends on the person, and you have to find that special study time where everything in your head can just click. And you can find all those and more at studygs.net, and I'll also put that link up here for you all to see, and they have a little bit more. And I'm going to expand on this even more because there's even more to it. Different people have different study habits that they are more prone to accepting in their mind. Some people are the readers, some people are the listeners, and some people are the doers. And most people have heard of these three categories, and they kind of intertwine depending on the person you are. But the readers and the writers, they like to read it. They do reading in the textbook. It clicks with them. They like to read the suggested readings because they can expand on that and they can go more in depth with it. They like the written assignments and like being able to write it out. It helps. The listeners and the talkers, they like discussions. They like to listen to the teacher lectures. And they like to teach other students. They like to go up to the board and explain why a problem works. It works that way with them. The doers and I guess the seers, they do more with hands-on activities like blocks or maybe with an app on an iPad or a computer now. But they do better with handheld. They like to experiment. They like to see how things work. And there's a lot more to them, and you can look in depth with them. An easy Google search can help you do that. But I would like to end our discussion with the average student retention rates. And I got this from elca.org, and I'm going to put the link up with the picture. And it says that 5% retained the lecture, 10% retained the reading, and it goes down, down, down through audio-visual, demonstration, discussion, practice doing, and teaching others. And teaching others has a 90% retention rate. So just keep this in mind, and I hope that I helped in some way. I hope that I can help in your future endeavors. Thank you.